Salams class, this is a follow-up on the MLA formatted paper that you're supposed to complete for your autobiography essay. There were 10 items that had to be included in your paper and formatted correctly if you have followed the instructions or listened to the video. So I'm going to do a review of those items, and I'm going to do a step-by-step formatted paper so that you can definitely see exactly what it is that you need to do when you format your paper. So the 10 items that should have been included in your MLA formatted paper are margins, font name, font size, double space, indents, headings, titles, and headers. And then in addition to that, I asked for you to insert a footer and a watermark. Please take note and understand that footers and watermarks are not part of MLA formatting. That was just something extra I wanted you to do for this particular paper. But the first 8 items are part of the MLA formatting. You need to know this because the next paper you will be required to format your resources as well. So there's 2 parts to MLA formatting. There's the way that the paper looks, and then how do you insert your resources. So let's start with just how the paper looks. So I'm going to divide this video into 3 segments. Setting up the paper, typing the paper, and then inserting items into the paper. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up our paper. So we're going to create a new page, new document. So there's my new document. By default, your Word processor, Microsoft Word, or Google Docs, your paper by default is 8.5 by 11. So that you do not have to worry about. The first thing we want to do is we want to make sure our margins are 1 inch all the way around. So you go to the layout, go to margins, and choose 1 inch margins, 1 inch top, left, bottom, and right. Now the paper is 1 inch margins all the way around. The next item that we had to do is font size. For MLA formatting or any academic paper, your font size, the best thing to do is do Times New Roman. So the font name should be Times New Roman, and the font size should be 12. Definitely your font size should be 12 unless your teacher says otherwise. But by default, you should use Times New Roman to be safe that is an okay font to use for an academic paper. Next, you need to do double space. Make sure that your whole document is double space. So to double space, you go here on the ribbon under the paragraph section, and click on this icon here, and we choose 2 for double space. Next, we have to make sure that our indent is set up. Now there may have been some confusion about this. You do not use the tab button, nor do you space 5 times to get your indent. To get your indent, you must set it up. In this ribbon section under paragraph, this little arrow in the corner, you click on that and it opens up another window. And in this window, the paragraph window, you go to indentation special and you click on first line, and automatically it's going to be 0.5, and that's the size of your indent. And you click OK, and now your indents are set up. Okay, and that was the last thing you did for the setup. So those are the 5 things that you need to have set up. You need to make sure your margins are set up your font name, set up your font size, set up the double space, set up the indent. Okay. Now, if you did that, then the next thing we do is the typing section. The first thing you're going to type is the heading. Now be mindful that right now your page is indented. So you need to backspace and then start typing your heading. Your heading consists of your name, oops, I'm in caps, sorry, your name, your whole name, first name, last name, your teacher's name, the teacher's full name, not just her last name, not just what you call her, her full name, the name of the class, the official name of the class. You may call this computer class or tech class or computer lab, but the official name is computer and technology literacy, and this has to be on your paper. And then the date. The date has to be spelled out. October 9, 2016. That is your heading. Then you enter, and the next item that you're going to type is your title. So you type your title has to be centered. So from this point, you just go under the paragraph section in the ribbon and hit the center align button and type your autobiography. And your title should be capitalized, each word, unless it's a small word like is, of, and. Other than that, all your other words should be capitalized. The font size and the font name is the same size as the rest of your document. You do not make this larger, you do not make this decorative, you keep it the same size as the rest of your document. Okay, now after you type your title, you hit enter and you're on the next line, and then you go back to the left alignment, and then you probably should have checked because I undid my indent. So at this point, you should insert your indent. So go back to the paragraph window and insert your indent. And now the rest of your paper will be indented. Now, for sake of time, I'm not going to sit here and type up my whole autobiography. I am going to simply copy and paste my autobiography. But because I set up my paper, everything should be okay. So I'm going to locate my autobiography that I already typed, and I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back to my formatted paper, and I'm going to hit paste. Now, be mindful. When you paste it, you want to paste it where it says keep text only. You do not want the format of the old paper. You want to keep text only. It's the clipboard with the A. You want to paste it with the clipboard with the A, and this way, the way that you set up this page is going to stay put. You're going to have your double space, you're going to have your font name, you're going to have your font size, you're going to have your indents. Everything will be as it should be. So you click paste, and there you have a fully formatted paper. Everything's double spaced, your indents are here, you have double space, everything is set up as it should be. And then the third section is inserting items. So we need to insert our header if this was just an MLA formatted paper, But I also want you to do a footer and a watermark, so I'm going to do that quickly as well. So to insert a header, you go to your document. On the first page, you go to the Insert tab, and you look for the header option. And you click on the header option, and you just want a blank header. Click on that, and you want this header to be flush to the right side of your paper. So it has to be aligned to the right side. So you go back to the Home tab, and you find the paragraph section, and you align it to the right. It says align right. So you align it to the right. And now, for MLA formatted paper, you type your last name, space, go back to the design header and footer tools design, click back on there, and you want to insert a page number. You have to insert the page number from this icon that says page number. You cannot just insert the number 1. You have to use this. And because your cursive is in the place where you want your number, you're just going to hit current position, plain number 1. And then you have your header as it should be. You close the header and footer. And if you scroll down, if you have a second page, you will see the second page is 2. And you see that your header is dim. The coloring of your header is dim. That's the header. Now, the next thing I wanted you to do was to insert a footer. You do the same thing. You go to the Insert tab, and now you go to the footer option, and I ask for you to insert a 3-column footer. So you're going to do blank 3 columns, and then I think I asked for your name, the class. Here you can abbreviate the class and the date. Here you can also abbreviate the date. You do not have to do the formal formatting of the date. So you can do it in all numbers. Okay, so that's your footer, and then you hit close, and your footer is on each page. 1, 2. The next thing I asked was for a watermark. For the watermark, you're going to go to well, I forgot where the watermarks are. In design, sorry. And then you go to the watermark icon and insert a watermark, and you can choose any of these choices, or you can customize your watermark. You could choose to customize it. Another window will pop up, and you want a text watermark, and you want your watermark to say whatever you want it to say, Bismillah in this case. The size will be auto, it will be semi-transparent, and I want it diagonal. I want it to go across my paper. I say OK, and my watermark appears. And there you have all 10 items. All 10 items are complete. You save this, and another thing that I want to mention here is that when you save a document, so you click File, Save, you should name your documents so that you can identify the document later.